ready for an adventure. We're diving deep into Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist. And let me tell you, these excerpts you've shared, they just radiate this irresistible pull of destiny. Like it's almost tangible. It's the story of Santiago, this shepherd, right? And he keeps having this dream about treasure buried near the pyramids in Egypt. But I gotta say, I have this feeling, this strong feeling that there's way more to it than just, some buried gold.
You've hit the nail on the head. That's the beauty of The Alchemist. It lures you in with this promise of treasure, actual treasure. But by the end, you realize the real treasure was inside you all along, the journey of self-discovery. And reading it in the original Spanish, it adds this whole other layer, this depth to the experience. It's incredible.
Absolutely. Even before anything really happens, you can feel this current of symbolism pulsing through the pages, the dream always coming back, the way Santiago really listens to his sheep. It's like Coelho saying, hey, the answers you're searching for, they might be right in front of you.
Exactly. It's about tuning into, the subtle language of the universe, those whispers of intuition, and the synchronicities that sort of nudge us towards our own personal legend, which, by the way, is another brilliant idea Coelho throws out there. That each of us, we have this unique purpose, a calling. We're meant to fulfill it.
It's funny because just as Santiago starts to question if his dream even means anything, bam, he runs into Melchizedek, the king of Salem. Talk about a random encounter. From the first page, you just know this guy's important.
Melchizedek, he's a catalyst, a symbol of wisdom, a guide. He's that voice inside all of us, the one that reminds us of what we could be, of the dreams we might have, shoved under the rug. Makes you think. What amazing adventures are we all capable of if we just had the guts to listen to that little voice?
It's like that feeling when you stumble across a childhood dream you'd totally forgotten. That spark, that longing, it comes rushing back. And Melchizedek, he doesn't sugarcoat it. He's straight up, the world's going to try to stop you from achieving your personal legend. But even those roadblocks, they're just part of the journey.
Sobering, isn't it? That even when we're on the right path, life throws these curveballs, detours, moments that make you question everything. But what really matters is how we deal with them, right? Do we crumble or do we use them to grow?
And Santiago, he goes for it. He actually sells his sheep. I mean, talk about taking a leap of faith. Those sheep were like his whole life, Comfort zone, familiarity, gone. He's off to this faraway land he's only dreamt of.
And let's be real for a sec. It's no fairy tale from there. Coelho doesn't shy away from the nitty-gritty. Pursuing a dream. It's tough stuff. Getting robbed in Tangier, man, that's rough. It'd be so easy to just give up right there. Throw in the towel. See? Told you I should have stayed home. But Santiago, he pushes through.
That resilience, it's kind of contagious, And right when things are at their most uncertain, in a new place with all these strange sights and sounds, that's when he starts to pick up on that universal language Coelho keeps weaving into the story.
It's like, by stepping out his comfort zone, Santiago's opening himself up to this whole new way of experiencing things. The way he connects with that baker, even with a language barrier. It's subtle, but it hints at something deeper about connection, understanding,
And then comes the alchemist, this mysterious figure who kind of pops up out of nowhere to be Santiago's guide through this harsh desert.
The alchemist, he isn't about to hold Santiago's hand and spoon-feed him answers. This is a mentor who challenges Santiago to trust his gut, to really listen to what his heart's telling him. There's that line I love where the alchemist tells him, your heart is where your treasure is. Gets me every time. It's such a powerful reminder that true happiness, it comes from being in tune with your true self.
It's like that aha moment when you realize you're finally on the right path, even if you have absolutely no clue where it's going to lead. And the desert, man, it's like its own character. Brutal, unforgiving, but also like a place of deep inner discovery.
And this is where that saying from Melchizedek comes back. Remember, everything that happens once can never happen again. But everything that happens twice will surely happen a third time. The desert throws these curveballs at Santiago, and they're like echoes of what he's faced before.
It's like life's trying to teach us something, and if we miss the lesson the first time, well, it'll keep giving us pop quizzes until we figure it out. Going through these same things again and again, learning to understand the desert, even communicate with it, that's where Santiago's transformation really kicks in.
He's not just some shepherd chasing a dream anymore, right? He's becoming the alchemist himself. He's understanding how everything's connected. He's seeing the signs, listening to his heart, trusting the journey.
And finally, he reaches those pyramids. The suspense in those last few chapters, man, you're on the edge of your seat. You think this is it, right? He digs up the treasure chest, all the gold he could ever want. Happy ending.
But Coelho, brilliant as he is, he pulls a total 180 on us. Turns out, The treasure.
Mm.
Yeah, not where Santiago expected at all. In fact, it wasn't something he could even hold in his hand.
Talk about a plot twist. So if it wasn't gold, what was it? What was the big message Coelho was going for?
The real treasure was a journey the whole time. It was the wisdom Santiago picked up along the way, the person he'd become, the love he found. It's a deep message, man. Real fulfillment. It's not about stuff. It's about the experiences that shape us.
It's not that saying, it's about the journey, not the destination. But Coelho, he takes it to a whole new level, showing us that sometimes the real treasures are the ones you can't hold in your hand. Wisdom, growth, love, the very act of becoming who you're meant to be.
Exactly. And this realization, it transformed Santiago. He could have been crushed by the disappointment of not finding treasure where he expected it, but instead he taps into this deeper understanding. He sees that the true riches were the lessons he learned, the challenges he overcame, and the person he became along the way.
And what's even more interesting is how he finds his way back to the oasis, to Fatima. It's like, even though he went on this incredible journey across continents, some part of him always knew he'd return to where his heart truly lay.
There's a beautiful symmetry in that, isn't there? It speaks to the idea that true love doesn't hold us back from pursuing our dreams, but rather complements them, enriches them. Fatima, in her own way, was a part of Santiago's personal legend, representing the love and connection that grounded him, even as he reached for the stars.
It's interesting because at the beginning of the story, Santiago thinks his treasure is at the pyramids. But by the end, he realizes it's not about a place at all. It's about something within him, something he carries with him wherever he goes.
And that's a powerful message for us as well. The alchemist tells Santiago, everyone on Earth plays a central role in the history of the world, and normally doesn't know it. What if our own lives, our own seemingly ordinary pursuits, are more significant than we realize? What if the journey of uncovering our personal legend is less about reaching a destination and more about embracing the profound interconnectedness of all things?
It really makes you think about those whispers in your own heart, those dreams you might have dismissed as silly or impossible. What if those are actually clues to your own personal legend, guiding you toward a life of purpose and meaning?
This deep dive into The Alchemist has been enlightening, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
It reminds us to stay open to the signs, to trust the wisdom within, and to have the courage to pursue those dreams that set our souls on fire. Who knows what treasures we'll unearth along the way?